Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered what's really out there? What if I told you one of the most profound stories ever written begins exactly like that? On a tiny planet was a boy no bigger than a flower. Today, we are journeying into the heart of a timeless classic, The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. This isn't just a children's story. It's a mirror that reflects the deepest truths about being human. Once upon a time, on a planet barely larger than himself, lived a little prince. His world consisted of 3 volcanoes to active, 1 extinct and a single, very special rose. He spent his days pulling out baobab sprouts to keep his planet from being torn apart and tending to his beloved flower. He loved his rose dearly, but her vanity and demands confused him. Feeling lonely and a little heartbroken, he decided to leave his tiny home and explore the universe, hoping to find a friend and understand the world. His journey took him from one strange little planet to the next. On the first, he met a king with no subjects, who believed he ruled over everything. The king offered the little prince the position of Minister of Justice, but with no one to judge, the prince saw the absurdity of power without purpose. He learned that adults are often obsessed with authority, even when it's meaningless. Next, he visited a planet inhabited by a conceited man who wanted nothing more than to be admired. Then, he met a tippler drinking to forget he was ashamed of drinking, and a businessman endlessly counting stars he claimed to own but did nothing with. Each encounter left the little prince more and more perplexed. Why were grown-ups so strange? They seemed to live in worlds of numbers and rules, completely missing the things that truly mattered. His travels eventually brought him to Earth. Here, he was overwhelmed by the sheer scale of everything. He stumbled upon a garden filled with thousands of roses, and his heart sank. He thought his rose was unique in all the universe, but here were countless others just like her. He felt deceived and ordinary, and he lay down in the grass and cried. It was then that he met a fox. The fox didn't want to play. He wanted to be tamed. What does that mean, tame? Asked the little prince. The fox explained that to tame something means to create ties. To me, you are still nothing more than a little boy who is just like 100,000 other little boys. And I have no need of you. And you have no need of me. But if you tame me, then we shall need each other. To me, you will be unique in all the world. The little prince patiently tamed the fox. Day by day, they sat a little closer, building a bond of trust and affection. When it was time for the prince to leave, the fox shared a secret. Go and look again at the roses. You will understand now that yours is unique in all the world. The prince returned to the rose garden and finally understood. You are not at all like my rose, he told them. You are beautiful, but you are empty. One could not die for you. His rose was special not because she was the only one of her kind, but because she was his rose. It was the time he had wasted on her, the care he had given her, that made her so important. The fox's final secret is perhaps the most famous line from the book. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. The little prince finally understood love. It wasn't about possessing something unique, but about the unique relationship you build. He realized he was responsible for his rose and that he had to return to her. The Little Prince is a story that stays with you long after you have read the last page. It reminds us to look beyond the surface, to cherish our relationships, and to never lose a sense of wonder we had as children. It is a call to remember what is truly essential in a world that often distracts us with the trivial. What started as a journey to escape loneliness became a profound discovery of what it means to love and be responsible for another. And in the end, the little prince returns to his star, leaving us to look at the night sky and wonder. So, the next time you feel lost in the world of grown-ups, remember the little prince and his fox. Remember that the most beautiful things in life aren't seen, but felt with the heart. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the world of literature. I'd love to hear your thoughts on The Little Prince in the comments below. Until next time, keep wondering.